Dutch Rithy here, Tactical Hyve. Welcome back. Hey, I just want to touch base with one thing we got going on here. This is two magazines. These are both MagPuls. Yes, they are. And this is called the MagLink, also produced by MagPul, specifically designed to link these two magazines together. Hence the name MagLink. Okay, you got the idea. So I do use these, and in combat I did use two HK416 mags linked together with a different device that was not even made or approved by HK, but it did a pretty good job. Pros and cons, we're going to talk about them today. So, as previously mentioned, the pros and cons of something like this. Two magazines at once, linked together. You like it, you don't like it. I submit to you that it's not a bad idea. You can go ahead and try it for yourself, of course, and come up with the reasons why you do or do not like it. Number one, it gives you a fresh magazine very close to the rifle. Earlier stages of my career, I used what was called the Ready Mag on the magazine well of my rifle, also allowing you to have a magazine close by. The Ready Mag, to me, was not reliable as I wanted it to be. So, like I said before, I took two HK416 mags, I linked them together with a designed thing to do with that, but at the same time, that particular device had to be tightened, like any device needs to be tightened, and I often wondered if it would interfere with the follower and the way that the ammunition comes into the gun. You don't want to worry about that under duress. So, along comes MagPul. As we all know, MagPul has come in many different evolutions. I think these are Gen 3. They have ridges. They are built that way. Someone with MagPul decided that to couple these magazines together, they would incorporate a device that would use those ridges to its advantage. This is also tightened like the other device I talked about, but these do not come loose, and the ridges work to its advantage. Okay, so why use this? Or maybe why not? Why not? Because it makes the whole system heavier? Sure, it does. The other why not would be, once I'm finished with 60 rounds of ammunition, where am I gonna stow this? Where am I gonna put it? If I had a singular magazine, I could even put it in my shirt, as I often did in training as a ranger. But if I run through two, right, 60 rounds like this, where am I gonna put this thing? Well, most often it's gonna go in my cargo pocket. So I'll take that con for the pro. The pro is two magazines right next to each other, and I'll tell you it's the fastest mag change you can do. And we're gonna show you using this system, this coupling system on these magazines, and a timer. First thing I'm gonna do is fire a couple rounds through here. We're not gonna go to bolt lock. It's gonna fire a couple rounds through, and I'm gonna change magazines with my fast mag on my belt, okay? The way I figure it is this. This is my primary change, this is my secondary change, and my tertiary change would be everything that's on my armor. We'll show how it goes. On the buzzer. All right, total time 596, 4 shots. We're not doing it for speed. We're just gonna show you that the changing magazines with the dual mag changer is faster than it is on your fast mag change on your belt. So if we look at the splits, the magazine change is 4.69 seconds. Now that's pretty slow for a mag change, but we'll see how the coupler works and how fast you can change the magazine when it's right next to you. Now with the coupler, on the buzzer. Significantly faster, 4 shots to 370, but the split is what's important, right? 263. It took me 2.5 seconds to change that magazine, but it took me 4.5 seconds to change the magazine from here. If you use either one of the two techniques, what makes you go faster? Dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, dry fire. One of the questions you may have too is which side would you start off on first? So I put the magazines farther away from me, or do I put the magazines closer to me? Now there's gonna be pros and cons, and we can do the what ifs all day long with that. But one of the things that might happen is if you do start with a magazine in this configuration, the blast of the rifle itself may move those initial rounds, all right, till they're not seated. that can cause a problem. If you're aware of this, under duress, you can rotate into the magazine well and it will work. But that could be the only issue you might have. As you see, I put it right back in and it's right on time. At any rate, the final decision is going to be yours. Whether you do this with a different coupler, whether you use MagPul, or whether you use a ready mag, or you don't do it at all. We just want to give you the information and you can make a decision for yourself. So go out there, do your own homework. Stay switched on, shoot well. Dutch out from Tactical Hyve. Don't forget, subscribe, like it, get the bell.